Welcome back to AM Adelaide. Tony Hastings is here. Welcome back to AM Adelaide. Tony Hastings is here, along with John Hughes. John, welcome to our program. And John, you're in charge of the sprint cars that travel around Australia, is that right?
World Series sprint cars. We conduct the sprint car series runs right around the whole of Australia, about 18 race meetings in one summer, and we've just done one in Adelaide, and we've got another one coming up just after Christmas.
What day? The 26th, isn't it? No.
26th, Boxing Day.
Boxing Day. So
Night.
Night?
Yes.
Excellent. That's great, because lots of lights out at AIR.
Yes, we'll give some details a little bit later as we go along, but 6:30 qualifying, 7:30 racing.
Yes.
And it's a great night.
Now, you actually had your first ride in a sprint car.
I did. I've never actually even sat in a sprint car.
I wouldn't know what it looked like until I...
We're about to find out, because we went out and did a bit of a road test.
Did you?
And this is the first time that I'd even had a look inside a sprint car, let alone ever driven one. My knees have just stopped knocking together as a result of the power. So let's go and have a look at the tape we did of the road test of the sprint car. Speedway racing has a long and glorious history in Australia, and the sprint cars are Australia's premier speedway category. We're out at Virginia at Speedway Park for the fourth round of the 18-round Australian Sprint Car Masters. They tell me that the men that drive these machines are beasts, but in fact I think the cars are probably just a little bit bigger as beasts. Now, I've never driven a sprint car. In fact, I've never even sat in one. So let's go and give it a road test.
Yes. Excellent. Is that you there, Tony? Yes.
Don't you recognise the evil eyes?
Well, is that safety precautions?
Getting loaded up in the car, and with Wayne Bunker, who's the owner of the car, basically giving me some instructions.
There's the clutch and there's the brake.
Well, it doesn't have a clutch.
Then I'd be no good in it. Is that you? Is that you, do you?
That's me actually going around there.
No gears, they're in and out of gear, in or out of gear. No clutch, just a brake and an accelerator.
Oh, no.
And so this was something of a crash course, although it's probably not exactly the best terminology. We're going to have a look at a bit of some of the racing that was on.
Was that it? Was that just it? That whole bit that you just did?
No, we actually did around about 5 or 6 laps, but we thought we'd concentrate more on the overall action rather than my drive.
Yes.
And it's a fully packed program, and the sprint car racing consists of a huge 5-litre V8 engine inside a Molly tubing frame, but I guess best to describe it as a car that's got the same power to weight ratio as a Formula One.
Wow.
But it's around about 17 feet shorter, and it has all sorts of different configurations to it.
Now those big things at the top, like those great big flat, are they just windshields to hold the car down?
They're aerofoil wings, which help to stabilise the car in corners and also give it traction, downforce on the car to give it more traction on the dirt surface.
And so what you're getting at the time, as opposed to the drive that I had, which was just one car on the track at a time, here you've got 14 or 15 cars in one grid.
Yes, all vying for front position.
Yes.
You can see that by the amount of cars on the track. In a main event, there's about 16 cars start the event. The track's a quarter mile around, so there's a lot of traffic and a lot of passing and wheel-to-wheel racing. It's very exciting. It's the most exciting form of motorsport there is, and you can see all of the action from your viewpoint.
Yeah, well, John, I didn't realise that was what a sprint car is, because I've seen photographs of that on my friend Tommy Tomlinson's walls. The last 10 years he was a driver. He only retired last year, I believe.
That's right.
Because he's given up being a beast. He's now just back to being a nice
He started Team Jerry, I think, Team Geriatric.
Tom, I hope you're not watching. You know, so what can you recommend taking it up for a hobby or something?
As a sport that someone wanted to take up, I'd be a little bit dubious myself. In talking to John before going out and having the drive, he told me that the last person to hop into a car turned into an alcoholic. The one before that turned immediately to God.
Yes.
So I got out somewhere between sort of the Pope and Dean Martin, the way that I figured. But sensational entertainment. It's really good entertainment for the family. It's not the sort of thing that you have to be a petrol head to enjoy. It's the sort of thing which is full on entertainment, and it's only about $30 for the family to go out on the Friday night.
That's a great idea, isn't it?
The meeting run's very full on entertainment. There's no great pauses.
Yeah, it's just
one
keep
event after
going
the
all the
other.
time. Yes.
And as I said, you can see everything from wherever you sit in the arena, and it's just great.
It's fabulous. Tony, just want to clear something up. When I was about 14, a gentleman told me what a conrod does in a car, change reciprocal motion into rotary motion.
This is probably true.
Probably. You're supposed to know everything about this, Tony.
As a mechanic, I make a damn good butcher. Look, the idea is...
Well, I'll have 2 nuts and bolts and a sump pump, thanks.
26th of November is the next round.
December.
Boxing
Yes.
Saturday.
Yes.
Boxing night. qualifying at 6:30, racing at 7:30. How do you get there, John?
Straight up the Port Wakefield Road
Yes.
to Adelaide International Raceway,
Yes.
turn left, and it's right behind there.
Oh, terrific. So it's well signposted and people will find it.
Yes, no
And as you say, Tony, only about $30 for a whole family to get in.
So it's a really good night's entertainment.
Yeah, and
Good
after
cheap
Christmas,
night's
you might need all that sort of stuff, and the adrenaline will get rid of whatever's left
The
of
kids
Christmas
will come
pudding.
away buzzing.
Terrific,
and
and
then
want to
sleep
take
for
it up
3 days.
indeed. Good to see you, Tony, and all the
Cheers.
best. Thanks, John. Good luck on the 26th of December. Here's Steve.
Hey, Tony, you want me to get in and